Hey everyone, Creative Venus here, and welcome to another beautiful tutorial. And this time we are creating it in Microsoft Excel. So, as you can see on your screen right now, we have created this beautiful dashboard where you can see lots of these beautiful charts and graphs. And the best part is you can update these charts. You have to right click, select data, and update the values and the numbers, and you can adjust it as per your preferences. So now let's have a look at the sample data that we have created here. And here you can see that we have presented visits, page views, time spent, bounce rate, and exit rate of a website. Then we have added the total and the averages. Then the next data set is the product engagement rate for different products. We have mentioned 4 products here. Next is the traffic sources, like from where the traffic is coming from. So we will use these data parameters and KPIs to create this beautiful dashboard. Now the next step is, which is very important, to add a nice background image. So for that you have to insert a picture from your laptop. You can download free images from pexels.com, pexcls.com, and there you can find lots of images from variety of categories for your personal and commercial use, and those are copyright free images. You can definitely download those. And now let's insert this rectangle shape here, and this is our playground where we will create and build that beautiful dashboard which you saw in the starting of the video. Here you have to apply the white color and increase its transparency, and then apply the shadow effect here. Just play with the blurriness and transparency levels along with distance, and you'll get the nice shadow effect here. Next part is apply insert a text box, and in the text box we will write the title of this dashboard, which is business dashboard. And let's apply some text effects here, and I'm gonna add gradient text fill here. Gradient text fill looks much better than solid text fills. So on the one stop we will apply, let me use this color on one gradient stop, and for the right gradient stop we can use something bright here like this, and change the gradient angle here to make it more beautiful. Let's increase the size of this font. Also change the font to Open Sans. It's a free font and you can download it from Google Fonts. Well, now the next step here is to remove the background of this text box and outline as well. So no fill, no fill. Now we have this title ready here, and we will move it to the left top side of this rectangular playground here. I'm calling it playground for the sake of this video. Currently the title is looking very plain here, very flat, so we should do something here. Let's insert a small rectangular bar to the left of this title to make it more visible in front of a user and to catch its attention, and this should be the first thing a user should see. So yeah, after placing this rectangular bar here, remove its outline and apply a light gray color to it, and once it is aligned with the title of the slide, what we will do is we will insert another text box here. We will use this text box to mention date, and You can add any timeline as per your business requirement here. You can use any date format here. Also you can write monthly, weekly, or an yearly dashboard. So again, change the font to Open Sans and keep the font color a bit light. Also remove its fill from both background and outline. So after placing the text, just review this whole placement here and make sure everything is well aligned here. Now the next step should be to insert the charts here. So for that, let's go to the sample text sheet here, and the first chart will be of visits and page views. We will use the columns chart here and remove the title of this chart. Cut the chart and paste it on our main dashboard sheet here. Let's increase its size here so that we get a better view of it. So after placing the chart, we will change its layout. For that, you have to select the chart and go to design, change layout, and we will use this layout number 5 here. In this layout we get the data below the chart, so this is a very nice chart layout. Now we will remove the chart title here, and now we will beautify this chart. First of all, change the font to Open Sans, reduce the size so that everything looks well aligned and nothing is overlapping anything. Select the bars of the chart and increase the gap width here. Now we will fill the gradient colors, and the approach here is to fill the gradient from bottom to top. Dark colors on the bottom of the bar and light color on the towards the top of the bar. So we are using here two types of gradient. For visits bar we are using blues, and for the page views bar we have added some greens here. So here you can see it is looking very beautiful here. Now select the bars here, go to shadows, apply shadow, and similarly for the page views as well, apply the shadow effect here, and then again select these bars here and insert border here, solid line, select the white color, and this will help users to easily differentiate between views and page views. Now you just have to work on further beautifying this chart, and for that you have to resize it, place it, change its font size, anything. Make sure you're presenting what you want to present here. Remove all those unwanted information elements from this chart, like left axis. We don't need the axis here because we have shown the numbers below these bars here. Of course you can keep it if you want, but I think it distracts the user. Only important information should be showcased here. My mind has changed here, and I'm changing the font from Open Sans to Agency FB. It is a very condensed font and very sleek and looks more professional. Open Sans is also a good font, but currently I'm just using it. I don't know why, but it is looking much better to me. So you can apply fonts as per your choice. Now let's remove the outline of this chart and further improve the size and height and width of this chart here. So I just keep on changing the things until I get the perfect look here. Now we will insert another rectangle here, and this is for the heading of this chart, which is views and page views. And we will apply gradient color, the same gradient color that we applied on the text on the heading of this dashboard. So I'm just aligning it with the chart here. So we will write widgets and page views in it. We have to make sure the gradient is from dark to light, from left to right. So dark gradient stop on the left side of the rectangle and bright light color on the right side of this rectangle. Now we have inserted the text here, and yeah, so our chart here is ready. Our first chart is done here, and it is perfectly aligned here. As you can see on your screen right now, it is looking beautiful and very realistic, and also it has some 3D effect on the bar charts here. Now we will group all these chart elements, and for that you have to right click, select all the elements, right click and go to group and group them. Now we will copy this chart, paste it right to it, and we will use this chart for next set of KPIs. So for that you have to, so we will use time spent from this chart here. So right click, select data, go to your data sheet, select months, then select time spent column. So now your chart should be ready here. Oops, so we just lost the formatting of the chart. So what should we do now? I think we should do something about it. Of course, we have to use the area chart here. We are not using bar graph here. We should use area chart as it is time spent, and we want to showcase trend, how the time has increased on the website. So for that, bar charts will not look good here. Let's change to area chart. Select this first chart from this area chart here, and to further beautify it, let's do some magic here. We will apply the same gradient here and see here how it is looking beautiful, and we will also apply a shadow to it. First change the title of the slide. You will write here time spent. You can also write user time spent, average user time spent, and bracket you can also write in seconds because the time spent is in seconds. Now let's duplicate it and place next to it. Now once the chart is in place, we have to select all these three charts, and we have to align these charts horizontally as well as aligned towards the top of each other. Now let's change its title from average time spent to bounce rate and exit rate. In this chart we're going to show the bounce rate and exit rate. For that you have to select the data and select months and bounce rate exit rate column, and you'll get this chart here. But we do not need this chart, we need bar chart here, and we will use this clustered bar chart here, and so that we get variety of charts in our dashboard. Because if we use similar charts, then the dashboard will look very boring to the user, and if we use different kind of charts here, then it will be really engaging and helpful for users. Now our chart is ready. We will again follow the same steps here to apply gradient colors on these bars. The process is the same as we have used in the first chart. So we're gonna fast forward this information here so that we skip to the next important part of this dashboard design. So we have completed the three charts here. Let's increase the size of this rectangle so that we can fit in the next charts here. Let's duplicate this first chart so that we can create charts for the next set of information, and let's align it to the left with the chart above it. Now we will write the text here, product engagement. So what we will do is we will right click, select data, and select the data from our sample data sheet, and we have selected this data. Now we have this chart, but we do not need this chart, and we will use a very beautiful donut chart here. Currently it is in very bad shape, so let's beautify it. For that you have to first of all decrease the width of this donut chart here. Let's keep it 80, and let's also remove the outline. And for that, what you have to do is, why it is not selecting? Okay, so remove its outline, go to solid colors. So, and for the part where engagement is showcased, you have to apply the same gradient color and apply a shadow effect here. Slightly increase its blurriness and apply a blue shadow color here. So let's apply this dark bluish kind of shadow. Now it is looking much better than the default donut shape. So I'm just trying to experiment here, and so we have to write the information here. For that we have to insert a text box and write 55%, which is the value of this gradient portion of donut chart, and we will use agency FB font, align center, and remove its outline and fill. And for the text we have to increase its size, and we will apply the gradient color to this text here so that it is in sync with this our dashboard design. And below this stat we should write engagement, and we will use the same font, but the size will be less than the percentage. Remove its outline and fill, and apply the gradient text effect. But as you can see, the text is not pretty much visible here, and for that we have to do something. I don't know what. Let's first finish with the alignment of these components here. Once aligned, I think we should do something creative here to fill in the, to make the text visible. And for that I think we should insert a circular background, and yes, that will make this text come out and it will be more visible. So for that, go to shapes, select a circle and draw it. It is very easy, trust me, and send it to back. For that we have to do something. let's first of all remove its outline and fill the white color here. Now we should move it towards the right, select the information and move the information to front by right click and bring to front and move the shape to the center. Now our donut chart is ready, and I'm just playing with this alignment and stuff to make it more beautiful. Let's group all these components so that we could duplicate this pie chart for other 3 product engagement charts as well. And what happens is that now when I'll right click on this chart and select data, and the formatting will not remain the same, and this will increase our effort. So for that, what we will do is we will save this chart as a template in Microsoft Office, and it is a great option. You can create custom charts and you can save those charts as templates, so that will save our time and effort. So for that, what we will do is save template and give it any name you want. So I have used chart 1 for now. Now what we'll do is we will select the data and press OK. Now we will change chart type and go to our custom templates here and select the template that we had saved. Now we will follow the similar steps to create donut charts for our remaining 2 products, and we will copy these both charts and place next to these, and then we will similarly select the data and change the chart type to custom that we had saved, and then our charts will be ready. And I have skipped that part, so as you can see on the screen right now, our 4 donut charts are ready here. Now we have to do some resizing and alignment here so that we can fit in our last chart. So let's move this chart towards the right so that we can increase the width of the first 2 charts here. As you know, we have only traffic sources chart left, and we will place it in the extreme right of this rectangle. So for that we have to make some arrangements here. Let's first increase the width of both these charts, and the trick here is select both these charts and group them together and then extend these charts toward the right. So it is pretty easy, and we will increase the height of this bounce rate and exit rate chart here. Now the bars are pretty much visible and easy to differentiate between the bars of bounce rate and exit rate. So you have to do all these customizations according to your needs and the placements here, and the best part is you can do it anytime in the Excel. So we have resized this our canvas area, and now we will place this traffic sources chart here. Now what we will do is we will select this information and create this new donut chart for the traffic sources, and by now you can understand and know it that how to customize this donut chart with different gradient colors and removing outlines, and also how to apply shadow, so you can easily manage this donut chart here. You can create it easily. So I'm not gonna tell you how to create this chart, but you can watch me doing it on your screen right now. So what I'm doing here is I'm just beautifying it with different steps that I've already told you, but I'm not telling you now so that you can do it yourself. And if you have any questions, you can write down in the comment section below. Also, in the meantime, if you get a chance, hit on subscribe button so that you can support us in our initiative to help people understand about creativity in different software like PowerPoint and Excel. So our chart here for traffic sources is almost complete, and now we will add the information in the center of this chart. So we will write the percentage for the traffic source here, which has highest number of visits, which has the biggest share. So we will write that percentage information in the center, and we will insert data labels. So once the data labels are added, you have to customize those by adding category name and value, and you have to increase the size of the data labels so that these labels are visible. So as you can see right now that our chart is almost complete, and we have to move these data labels to the towards the outside of this chart area. You can do it easily by selecting and dragging it towards the outside area. So what I'm telling here, it is pretty easy stuff and you can do it easily, and you just have to experiment here. So now we have reached towards the last step of this dashboard design, which is filling up the information inside this traffic sources chart. So what you can do here is you can copy this information from one of the donut charts and paste it inside the traffic sources chart. Now you just have to increase its size and your design will be complete. So what you can see here is the design looks very complex in the first look, but once you'll try it, it is very easy to create. There are only 4 major components in this design. The first is the selection of chart, the second is the use of gradient colors, then third is use of shadow effect, and the fourth and last, and which is the most important step, is alignment. You just have to focus on the alignment and everything will look perfect here. I hope you like this design, and you should definitely try this design and share your thoughts in the comment section below. I also request you to subscribe to our channel, like this video and share our work, and this will support us and motivate us. So thank you everyone, have a nice day.